All right, hello everyone. This video is for my critical thinking classes. We are now in week 6. Okay, we are now in week 6. Let me share the screen. Talk about what we have going on this week. I want to go into this week's assignment in kind of close detail. So let me share the screen. We'll take a look at it. Okay, so last week we learned about logical fallacies. We discussed their use in advertisements and we analyzed fallacies within those two articles. This week we're learning about argument form and the Toulmin model. And we have the assignment, controversial argument, which asks you to pick a controversial issue, research and present at least 2 sides to the issue, and then state your opinion supported by evidence. So this is a 1 to 2 page essay, and your answers need to be supported by integrated research using APA in-text citations. So our work for the week, we have Smart Book Chapter 6 due on Saturday the 14th, and then we have the controversial argument assignment due Tuesday the 17th. Please notice there's no discussion this week. All right, let's get into this actual assignment. So here it is. Assignment title, controversial argument. Choose a contemporary controversial issue and research that issue from multiple perspectives and opposing viewpoints. Real quick, let's talk about what contemporary and controversial means. Contemporary means it's happening right now. It's an issue that is relevant to us in 2021, an issue that is still being debated and argued about. And controversial simply means that there are at least 2 sides and likely multiple other sides to the issue. If there's not really more than one side, or like it's only controversial because a very small group of people think opposite of the majority, that's not really a controversial issue. So make sure it is a truly controversial topic. You then need to research that issue from multiple perspectives and opposing viewpoints. So similar to the red versus blue assignment we did last week? No, week before? Yeah, week before. Similar to the red versus blue assignment, in which you kind of have to be like, here's the issue, here's what side A thinks, here's what side B thinks. In this case, you're not necessarily restrained by the political spectrum. Instead, you're going to kind of look at what multiple opinions, perhaps from experts, researchers in the field, et cetera, are on the topic. So then once you've picked a topic, a controversial issue, and you've done some research, you need to write a 2 to 3 page essay, so between 500 and 750 words. You need to properly integrate your research in APA format. If you've looked at the comments on papers, I've been mentioning APA format, APA in-text citations, OWL, Purdue, APA over and over and over again. And we are on week 6, so it is really starting to get crucial that you have proper APA, specifically in-text citations. This essay should discuss the overall issue, so you kind of want to present the issue as a whole, and then go into depth and detail about at least 2 sides of perspectives. If there are more that you can bring, do so. If there's 3, 4, 5 different viewpoints on it, bring them all together. Side A thinks this, side B thinks this, side C thinks this, etc. Finally, having researched and written about multiple stances or multiple sides to the issue, you choose your own stance and conclude the essay by explaining why you have come to support that stance. So, first paragraph, you want to introduce the topic or the controversial issue. What is it? Why is it controversial? The body of your essay should be at least 2 viewpoints on the issue, probably 3 or 4 would be great. And then your conclusion should be based on looking at all of these viewpoints that you just looked at, what do you think and why do you think that way? Okay, let's take a look at the rubric so that you know exactly how you're getting graded. Have you explained the problem or the controversy? Have you acquired evidence? By acquiring evidence means you've done research, you've integrated that research. Have you evaluated that evidence? Meaning, are you letting that research speak for itself, or are you explaining that research so that we're still getting your voice, your interpretation of that data or that research, that source, whatever it is? Are you reasoning logically with clear and direct lines of reasoning, free from things like logical fallacies, which we studied last week? Do you state and defend your stance in the conclusion? And do you acknowledge varying viewpoints? Or I'm careful with this one, by the way. Some students in the past have had issues where, yes, they have more than one viewpoint, but The viewpoint that they ended up agreeing with is like 3 good paragraphs, and the viewpoint that they disagree with is like 6 sentences. That's not really a fair representation of the alternative viewpoint, right? So try to balance how you're writing these viewpoints. Do you draw logical conclusions? Is the formatting adhering to APA? Are your writing mechanics solid throughout? So that's really what you're going to be graded on for this assignment. The last thing I really want to highlight here or think about with this assignment is this final paragraph where you are choosing your stance, essentially your opinion. It needs to be your opinion based on evidence and research, not, the idea is not that you just did all this research and then you're like, yeah, but I still just think however I thought in the first place, right? The idea is that your opinion, maybe it is the same opinion you had to begin with, but it's your opinion now supported by research and evidence rather than just, well, that's how I feel or think about something, right? Such a major part of critical thinking. It's fine to have opinions, it's fine to have beliefs, but we got to have some evidential support for them. All right, that's what this week looks like. If you have questions or need help with anything, please let me know and I will happily come help you.